Something strange is going on with Oprah Winfrey's South African school for girls. It started spreading rumors that girls are disappearing from the school. According to these rumors, several students from the school have gone missing.
Yeah, so why am I hearing that Oprah had a school for girls and one of them went missing? These are my girls. These are my girls.
A couple of pets as well. A dog and a cat with interesting names, to say the least.
Yeah. That's Oprah.
That's Oprah. Okay. The pet with what fake? Named after the Oprah, and your cat's name is?
And Gail.
Okay, Gail.
Oprah did what? The internet went wild after 50 Cent jumped in and started calling out Oprah Winfrey like he had receipts ready to drop. People online have been spreading stories saying she's been blocking certain black actors in Hollywood to keep her spotlight bright, and some folks even bring up her all-girls school in Africa with the wildest rumors ever. Investigators did look into serious reports from students, but the dramatic claims you see online about missing girls or human remains are unverified stories that get twisted every time they resurface. So the real question is, what's fact and what's just the internet talking? Now, anyone who hasn't been hiding knows Oprah and 50 Cent have had tension for years, and it wasn't just her not vibing with him. He believed she was trying to shut down his career from day one. Back when 50 was climbing the charts, he wanted an Oprah interview to flip his image from a former street hustler from Jamaica, Queens, to a polished, successful artist. But when the idea was pitched, Oprah straight up wasn't interested, and she didn't like his music either. Of course, 50 wasn't about to stay quiet. He fired back and said she catered too much to, quote, older white women, and even hit her with that Oreo comparison. He said, I think she caters to older white women. Oprah's audience is my audience's parents, so I could care less about Oprah or her show. He felt she would never bring him on because she was against everything his music represented. So he flipped the script and said, if we can't be friends, then at least let's be enemies. He even claimed having tension with her worked better for him anyway. But here's the twist. They did end up doing the interview later, but not because Oprah suddenly changed her mind. Word on the street was that industry folks pushed for it since 50 was one of the biggest names at the time, and having him on would boost her ratings.
Meal for him when he's growing up, its favorite food was pork and beans and Franks. Really? You still like them?
Yeah. It was the fastest.
Right after 50 spoke his piece, Ludacris stepped in and said he had his own story about Oprah, claiming she straight up set him up on her show. He made it clear he didn't go there looking for drama. He pulled up to do press for his new movie Crash, standing with his castmates, ready to talk about the project and the message behind it. The whole squad expected a smooth promo moment, but things took a turn fast. When the interview kicked off, Oprah didn't lean into the film the way everyone thought she would. Instead, she focused almost completely on Ludacris and pressed him hard about his lyrics, especially his use of the N-word in his music. He said it felt like she wasn't interested in the movie at all, just in grilling him about hip-hop and the language he used in his songs. The energy shifted quick, and he said he could tell the conversation wasn't going where he planned. And here's the part that made him speak out later. He said the entire reason he showed up was to talk about Crash, a movie dealing with real issues, but Oprah seemed to have a totally different agenda. According to him, it felt like she came prepared for a critique session, not a movie promo, and he walked away feeling like she put him on the spot on purpose.
About, I was there for a Crash for the movie.
Yeah.
And basically she said something about not agreeing with my music, but she thought I did great in the movie. And of course I was up there with the whole cast of Crash.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't necessarily felt like that needed to be said. You didn't agree with music. And even if you don't agree with certain songs I made, say you don't agree with certain songs, don't say you just don't agree with all of them.
Right.
Right.
As if things weren't already messy, Ludacris later claimed the situation got even worse after the show aired. He said when he watched the episode back, he noticed parts of his responses were edited out in a way that made him look unpolished on purpose, like the conversation had been chopped up to paint him in a bad light. He said it felt wild to see himself presented like that on national TV, especially when he thought the full exchange would show his real point. According to Ludacris, the edit made it seem like he couldn't hold his ground, and he believed it played right into the negative stereotypes people already tried to put on rappers. He felt like he was being turned into an easy target, a convenient example for viewers who already had their own ideas about hip-hop artists. The way he saw it, the cut didn't reflect who he was at all. It only reflected the version the show wanted people to see. And here's where his frustration really came out. He said it felt like he was being used to score points with a certain part of the audience, a way to look tough on rap music while still keeping everything nice and comfortable for viewers. In his eyes, it didn't matter how it affected his image, as long as the show walked away looking clean. He said the whole situation left him feeling like his career was treated as disposable the second it became convenient for someone else's spotlight.
Able to say what she said, and then I had my rebuttal. And when I saw the final show, her comments were, yeah, was in there, but yours wasn't in there. Mine weren't in there, so it just looked like I kind of took it. Wow. Like it was just quiet.
And then came Dave Chappelle, who many people online say had his own rough moment with Oprah. Fans claim she tried to corner him into admitting he had substance issues. Even though he kept saying that wasn't his truth, the tension was real, and viewers could feel it through the screen. Here's what went down. Dave showed up on Oprah's show after walking away from that massive $50 million Comedy Central deal, which had the whole world talking. Rumors on the internet started spinning like crazy. Some folks claimed the contract details were so unfair that people around him allegedly pushed him in dangerous directions afterward. None of that was confirmed, but the stories grew wild, and people started saying that's why he flew out to South Africa, to get peace, think straight, and protect his own safety. But when Dave sat on Oprah's couch trying to explain why he really left, things got awkward fast. Every time he tried to break down his side of the story, she kept cutting him off, pushing questions that made it sound like she wanted him to admit to things he said simply weren't true. The whole exchange felt tense, like he was fighting just to finish a sentence without someone twisting his words.
That you had become increasingly paranoid. Would you say you were paranoid?
Sure. First of all, what is a black man without his paranoia? That you might win $100 in a poker game and be on the subway. You gonna look over your shoulder. They just said in everything I had $50 million. That's like making me a marked man.
So did you go to a psychiatric hospital?
In South Africa?
Yeah.
Who? It's me. I'm insane. They were trying to get me to take psychotic medication.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not taking this medicine, man, because I know these people be trying to control you or maybe discredit you. I was afraid, like,
But you were stressed out. That's why.
No question. But it's very stressful for someone to constantly walk behind.
Oh, it doesn't stop there. Taraji and Monique had their own drama connected to Oprah, and the stories had people talking nonstop. When Taraji spoke up about her situation with Oprah, folks immediately brought up Monique because the similarities were hard for fans to ignore. Back in 2023, Taraji had the whole internet buzzing when she said she was underpaid for The Color Purple. That comment shook Hollywood because Taraji is known for putting in serious work, and hearing her say she felt undervalued hit people deep. Later, she sat down with Gayle King, Oprah's longtime friend, and things got even heavier. During the interview, Taraji opened up about feeling so overwhelmed that she had actually thought about quitting acting altogether. She was emotional, stressed, and being completely honest about how everything was weighing on her. But while Taraji was breaking down, viewers felt like Gayle wasn't really taking her feelings seriously, brushing off certain moments and joking in ways that didn't land right. It came across like Gayle was trying to shift the vibe instead of sitting with Taraji's pain, and the audience wasn't having it. And since Gayle is tight with Oprah, online chatter went wild. People started saying Gayle wasn't about to let anyone drag Oprah on her platform no matter what the story was. Whether those rumors were true or not, fans were convinced the interview had a strange energy, and they felt like Taraji wasn't getting the support she deserved in that moment.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot.
Yeah.
Well, have to. The math ain't mathing. Tired of hearing that my entire career, 20 plus years in the game, and I hear the same thing, and I see what you do for another production, and when it's time for us to go to bed, you don't have any money. They play in your face. And I'm just supposed to smile and grin and bear it and just keep, like, enough is enough.
As all this drama was unfolding, 50 Cent jumped right into the mix and reposted an article about the situation. His caption had everybody talking because he wrote, "They dropped the ball. F him. Taraji, I'm ready to work. Let's get it." Fans were shocked, laughing, and confused all at once because 50 never misses a chance to make noise online. But here's the part Taraji didn't realize at the time. Going up against someone with Oprah's influence is a battle very few people win. If she had spoken to Monique first, she might have understood exactly what she was stepping into. Monique has been vocal on social media for years, calling out Oprah and Tyler Perry, saying they pushed her out of opportunities in the industry after she refused extra press runs for the movie Precious. That story has lived on for a long time, and Monique still stands by what she experienced. And here's what really had people raising eyebrows. Monique said she was only paid $50,000 for the film, and even after accepting that amount, she claimed they wanted her to cover her own travel and hotel costs out of that same paycheck. Fans couldn't believe it, and her supporters said it sounded unfair for someone delivering such a powerful performance. Monique felt she was being asked to give more than she was compensated for, and when she didn't agree, that's when she believed the pushback started.
What is that black bit connected to? That black man? So no, I was not blackballed. I was whiteballed. You just took it. By some white who had no goals. Thank you, Mr. Rebanders. Focus the power. Thank you, Mr. Research. No way, I wasn't blackballed. I was stuck by some who had no balls. And see, I know they like to say, Monique, you told you about the much. It would be not to say the real. It would be not to say the real. You are not paying me equally. You are not treating me fairly. So y'all can suck my if I had one.
By the way, when Monique was speaking out, 50 Cent was basically the only major celeb standing beside her. He even posted a picture of her on his IG with the caption, "All in favor of Monique being back on top. Say make it happen." Then he added, "50 stop messing around," and talked about seeing her stand up during Super Bowl weekend, saying her performance had him locked in the whole time. He told everyone they needed to go watch her immediately. Not long after, he made another post calling for Tyler Perry and Oprah to apologize to Monique, saying he was ready to help lift her career again. He wrote that he hoped they wouldn't let their influence keep hurting her opportunities and that this situation had dragged on long enough. He even said he was putting her back on Green Light Gang because he doesn't miss. The internet went wild over that one. But 50 didn't stop there. He also called out Oprah over her past association with Harvey Weinstein, bringing up how close they appeared publicly back in the day. They showed up on red carpets together, supported each other's projects, and looked like a serious Hollywood power duo. Strictly business, of course. But when Harvey's crimes came out, Oprah said she had no knowledge of anything happening behind the scenes. Online critics argued back, claiming they didn't believe she was unaware, especially since they often moved in the same circles at industry events. Still, none of those online theories have been proven, but people kept pushing the narrative anyway, saying Oprah's distance from him after the scandal didn't match how tight they once looked. And fans on social media were quick to say, "Girl, please," because they felt her explanation didn't add up.
Everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. And so I think this is a watershed moment. And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment.
And then there's the boarding school Oprah built in South Africa, which has been surrounded by controversy for years. When the school opened in 2007, a dorm matron named Virginia Tiny Mokopo was charged by local authorities with multiple counts related to mistreating several students, and the headline spread fast. The whole situation shook the community, and Oprah flew to South Africa immediately to meet the families, apologize face-to-face, and remove the headmistress from her position. But even after that, some people online claimed her actions were more for PR than genuine accountability, even though nothing concrete backed those claims. Oprah promised changes and reforms, but critics insisted the school still faced issues, saying the environment didn't improve the way they expected. Then in 2011, another incident at the school went viral. A student hid a pregnancy delivered in secret, and authorities later discovered the situation after a medical scare. The moment spiraled into wild internet rumors, with people on social media throwing around stories about rituals and all kinds of dramatic explanations, none of which were backed by evidence. The gossip spread like wildfire anyway, turning a serious private matter into a storm of speculation that overshadowed the real facts. Even with everything Oprah tried to do to fix the school's reputation, the internet kept spinning its own versions of the story, keeping the drama alive long after the investigations ended.
Something strange is going on with Oprah Winfrey's South African School for Girls.
Go look and see what happened to them.
So Oprah opened the school all the way back in 2007. And since the school's opening, it has been marred with many different controversies. You see, shortly after the school opened, a matron of the school was charged with touching several of the girls in a very inappropriate manner. When the crime eventually came to light, Oprah herself went to fire the school's head mistress.
As always, the internet had a lot to say and folks were dropping some wild comments. One person wrote that they believed Oprah was tight with Epstein and even claimed she had been to his island. Comments that have no confirmed evidence at all, but people kept repeating them anyway. Another user went even further and said, Oprah has been an issue for the black community. Gotta learn to stop supporting just because the person is black.
Then, in another incident that happened in 2011, law enforcement investigated the body of a newborn that was found in one of the students' bags. Apparently, one of the girls at the school gave birth, but there were no charges filed against her after this incident. There were also other scandals the school was involved in, like in 2009 when 7 students were suspended for harassing their classmates. And now there's a new scandal that the school is known for, as many people online have started spreading rumors that girls are disappearing from the school. According to these rumors, several students from the school have gone missing. But as of right now, nobody is sure why these rumors have started, as there is currently no news reporting that there have been missing girls at Oprah's.
Character matters. Social media was fired up, throwing opinions left and right like it was a full-blown debate show. But now I want to hear from you, because this story has way too many layers and way too many voices speaking at once. What do you think about everything 50 Cent said about Oprah? And do you think any of those online rumors, like the claims about students disappearing from her school, hold real weight, or are people just spreading dramatic stories with no proof? Your take matters, so drop it below. Make sure you comment, share, like, and subscribe so you don't miss the next messy breakdown.